Text bee blogs are a number of short clips so that any bee can view and learn from. Become a subscriber and click the bell on my YouTube channel, HoneyBEE Tech. 8 different series of educational videos. Included are extra playlists. With 10 beekeepers in discussion, there will be 20 answers. I work with the 21st answer. I dare to be different. I call this the tech method. With this particular nuke, about 6 weeks ago I lifted a frame of brood and did not get around to rechecking it in the 5 to 7 day range. And there was a small hole in the air vent, and from there on, as you can see, there's lots more bees up the top than what there is at the bottom. So I presumed that there were 2 queens in this particular hive. So I'm now going into it to find out just what or whether there is 2 queens or only 1 queen. I've gone down into the bottom brood super, checking all the frames to see if I can see any eggs or see if I can see any brood, but there doesn't seem to be any brood or eggs in the bottom super. So it looks like there's no queen down in the bottom, and there is only 1 queen up in the top super and no queen in the bottom in this particular nuke, not 2 queens. The queen's gone up above to lay and I've only got 1 queen in this hive. So the whole hive will have to be rearranged so that all the brood, or as much of the brood that has been developing above in the top super, will be now transferred back down into the bottom super, including the queen, so that the winter mat and the excluder and then the honey super is placed on top. Looks like this particular queen doesn't want to be found. I haven't found her yet, so we'll keep looking and try and find her. After having a good look, I could not find the queens. I only found eggs, so I started shaking all the bees into the bottom brood super. And then, lo and behold, I found the queen. So I'm now picking her up and remarking her so that I don't have the same problem in the future. The hive is now being reassembled with all the brood in the bottom super, the broodering mat and excluder and top super being placed on the nuke, including the queen that has been replaced in the bottom super. The remaining honey frames are now being placed in the honey super above the excluder, and these will be checked in 5 to 7 days time, just in case there are any eggs in any of the frames and they decide to try and make a new queen. The beetle trap has now been replaced and the cover is being put on so that the bees do not populise it up. Brood mat being placed, and finally the lid. I've had to get a new lid so that the old one can be repaired. And finally the rain hood, so that no water gets inside the hive. The M-lock has been fitted and that locks the whole lot together. With that top entrance closed, it'll probably take the bees 1 or 2 days to orientate back down to the original entrance. The queen is the only queen in the hive, and I've replaced her back in the bottom under an excluder. So it wasn't two queens that I thought, it was only 1.